It's showtime.
Hey, thanks for joining us, guys, tonight on another episode of Thursday Night Live. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Boy, do we got a show tonight. Before we get into it, let's figure out who's with us today. So up here in the top square, I think Matt, you should be up top with me. That's Matt from Patriot Hobbies.
Hey guys, how is everyone? Sorry, I was trying to type out hi to everybody.
No problems. Want everyone to know we're here. Right below me is Raul from Conquest Racing Club.
What's up, everyone? Hey, the fingers. How you doing?
And beside him, we have Robert Fish, our resident slot car expert. Thank you for joining us tonight, Robert.
Evening, everyone.
So before we get going, let's see who's in the house. Well, Patriot's in the house. Thanks, Patriot. I appreciate you being here. The fingers, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Slot Car Daddy, I was just watching some of your videos this afternoon. Great work, brother. Keep it up. Adam Hurt, thanks for joining us, brother. Fantastic.
Hey, Adam.
Jeff Norbert, thank you, brother. Tom, as usual, thanks, brother. I absolutely appreciate it. I like your new thumbnail. Frankie Tomatoes. Hey. Thanks for joining us, Frankie. Awesome, brother. All right. Oh, thanks for joining us tonight, Gloria. Absolutely fantastic. My wife would be here in the background too, but she's actually at Army tonight. So, yeah, she's playing guns. None for me, though. She's a Canadian Army reservist. So every Tuesday and Thursday, she heads out and plays guns with all the other Army people want to be. I didn't say that, though. Not out loud. Anyways. Canada needs to rebuild its military. Tonight, there are 3 Canadians on the panel. Woo! There you go. See?
And one Southerner.
There you go. And one Southerner who's possibly going to be even more Southern. But we'll talk about that later. William, thanks for joining us, brother. Rick, awesome. All right. So, Matt, what were you up to? What was going on for you this weekend? Or this week, we'll say.
Are we in like the purview of slot cars or in general?
Yeah. Just narrow it down, and then we'll get into the gist of what we'll be talking about later.
Generally, when I make my documentaries, I write it all up first, and then I'll go in and I'll kind of break what I wrote into manageable pieces, and I'll do the voice over on that. And up until this point, I've used it mostly just screenshots and free pics. And this round 2 one, I've actually put a lot of video into it. And so I've worked on that a little bit this week. I worked on that thing I put out. I think I'm going to do like a 25 days, if I had it thought up, 25 catalogs of Christmas. I'm going to do like a catalog a day video.
Oh, fantastic. Great idea, brother. Absolutely fantastic.
And then as far as the track, I'm trying to, like we talked about earlier before we went live, I'm trying to snap up this remodel so I can do what I want in this garage.
Yeah. Good things, man. Good things are on the horizon. That's good to hear. All right. So let's go to Raul. What's been up with you this week, brother?
Not much. Same old. Playing with slot cars, buying slot cars, working, playing with cameras. Yeah, that's basically my life. So.
Your life, yeah, that big giant Black Sunday haul there, the one we all enjoyed watching. Oh my gosh, guys, if you haven't seen that video of Raul's unboxing of Black Sunday from Sunday Slot Cars, Billy and Amanda, awesome. Yeah, definitely check it out. Jack Nilsson, thank you very much for joining us. New
Hey,
to the
thank
channel.
you for sharing all those videos too.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much. You can please make sure you subscribe to these other two fantastic channel guys as well. Their link is in the description down below. That's a habit I started getting into now because the easier, as I always say, the easier you can make it, the more chances there are of it actually happening. Oh, so you're in the trains too. Okay, well that's all right. Good. There's a fair amount of HO train people in our group here too. The two seem to go hand in hand every once in a while. So we're all keen to that. Right on. So, Robert, what are you up to this week? What were you up to?
Basically, just trying to keep up with what everyone else is up to. There's an awful lot going on these days. It's a lot of work trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah, I 100% have to agree with that. It's there's a lot of stuff out there now. Definitely some choices. I'm pretty happy with excuse me. I'm pretty happy with the amount of creators right now and channels. But we're going to talk about that in a bit because there's one thing I've discovered in the last couple weeks. By watching the YouTube creator series, they give away a lot of stuff. And if you're actually there when they go live, you can actually ask them questions while they're going live. And it is such an incredible resource. But I found out some very interesting stuff, and I'm going to share it with you guys later. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Black Sunday. Black Sunday. I think I meant to say Black Friday.
Well, there have been some great deals going around the last few days, that's for sure.
Oh, there sure has. There's no question about that. Absolutely. All right, so I guess that leads to me. So this week, I've been extremely busy. Of course, I got all the stuff from the Black Sunday sale, the Black Friday sale by Sunday Slot Cars. Once again, thank you very much, Billy and Amanda. Absolutely fantastic. So what I got from them, the 4x15, is now one whole entire end of my track. And everything's up and I'm ready to roll. My problem, once again, I'm busy tweaking everything. I have all the guardrails up. I meant to take a picture, but I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get things done today. So that brings me to the track's finished and ready to roll. And now I just need the transmitter so I could use the triggers. Although what I did think was eventually I'm going to need 4 controllers regardless, because why have Carrera Digital if you don't have more than 2 cars on the track? Sort of how I look at it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up buying 2 wired controllers from Billy and Amanda at Sunday Slot Cars. Sounds like a commercial, one of those cheesy videos. Sunday Slot Cars.
Black Sunday.
Black Sunday, everybody. I'll make everybody say Black Sunday instead of it'll be hit the bell notification. No, hit the cowbell. I'll make everybody say it's a Black Sunday sale from now on. Black Sunday. We could sell you this whole seat, but you only need the edge. All right, so that's where I'm at, and totally excited. My new series is going to be called Discovering Carrera. So for those of you who are looking for something interesting and want to follow along, this is where you'll find Dr. Greenhorn, Carrera style. So it should be pretty good. I'm going to fumble around a little bit, and hopefully everyone will save me. That's all I got. That was my week. So awesome. Thanks for joining us, Clint. Oh, Dennis Osborne. Thank you very much, brother. Absolutely appreciate it.
Kim's in the house too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Kim. How you doing? Where is that? Oh, here. Right there. Thanks, brother. All right. And well, the whole problem Billy, is I have a feeling the transmitter's not moving anywhere. It's in the States. It's jumping around through resenders, eBay resenders. So it's doing the little two-step dance. It's waiting for resenders to open on Sundays and Mondays. And gosh, man. But I really want to play it. So I like the idea of having them all wireless. But I like the idea of having 2 wired ones as well. So I only have so much space, so it's not as if somebody needs to stand 10 feet away from the track. But I think maybe 2 and 2, because I already thought about buying like a private company one, but I could get the 2 controllers I need for the price of the one sort of private company controller. So that's where I'm at. All right. So what, Matt, yesterday you talked with Danny from ProTinkerToys.com, correct?
I did, yes.
What kind of feeling did you get from that? Do you have a feeling that the direction that they're moving in is a good one? And how solid do you think Dan is sort of ingrained in the slot car community, or on his way to?
I think I think he's pretty ingrained. And I got the sense that he likes it. Mm-hmm. And if he really wanted to hear his passion, you could hear it when he began to talk about the SCX digital set from the early 2000s. And it sounded like he kind of grew up cutting his teeth on that set.
Right.
And so, and any perspective, and I know I know, Dan, you and I are right around the same age, but I would guess that Danny's in his mid-20s, I would guess, maybe late 20s.
Late 20s.
And it's nice to see when he does his live streams and, from Mexico, that he's got a bunch of young kids around there.
Right.
And he has talked before about their malls have slot car tracks inside of them.
Oh, wow.
Now, as far as the questions I asked him, I probably was a little, I don't know if tough's the right word, but those were questions I had originally written up for Ryan. I don't know if you heard that part of the conversation. I had asked Ryan to be on an interview first. And I told you that in Discord that I had approached him months ago, and it just never really worked out.
Right.
I think his biggest problem is trying to get an area to stream in his house, kind of like me with 5 kids. I mean, even right now.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think that's going to happen in Ryan's house. I think that would happen probably at the shop kind of thing. Because, yeah, you're right. I can imagine what his house looks like. Man, when his kids are all there at race night, it's like, holy cow, there's kids everywhere, man. So much like your house, right? You turn around and all of a sudden there's like, where did you all come from? There's like 10 kids there. What? We have 10 kids?
Well, yeah, and the difference with Ryan is right now, and I've been there. My older 3 kids, the 14-year-old Braden, and then the twins Ben and Layton, they're just old enough now that they kind of have their own interests.
Right.
And now my 6 and my 4-year-old, like my 4-year-old was asking me to buy him V-Bucks, and he wanted some new Spider-Man. They'll stay with you the whole time. And that's probably Ryan's issue too right now, is that those 5 kids or 4 kids are just going to be right there always because they're young, and that's kind of the way that works. But I get the sense, I feel like Pro Tinker, I feel like they're in a good place. I feel like eventually, Danny will come back.
Right.
I think he's good for Pro Tinker. I do.
I
don't know. I don't know any of Ryan's business with the mattress stuff, but he's still pretty active with it. So,
right. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting, though. Just I really liked some of the way he looks at things. I just coined a new term because of some of the stuff he was talking about last night, and that's slot car math. That's a new term I just came up with. I know it's big on the shorts thing right now where they call it like girl math, where it's kind of like, yeah, if I take something back and then I buy something else, it's free. No, you already paid for it. So therefore it is not free. You're just exchanging it. So that's an example of girl math. And now it's like listening to a little bit of slot car math. It was interesting. Economics, pretty good. The coffee, the coffee economics was pretty cool. Interesting. But yeah, I definitely think Danny is definitely the right direction. Sort of fresh thing for Pro Tinker, and I think it's actually a good thing for them, which is kind of odd for me to say, but I really think that I thought that was Ryan, but maybe Ryan's busy or he's just got I don't know. But I think Danny's doing a really good job of keeping level, and yeah, I really
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
That's right. That's right. And before I ask what Robert's take on it was, I'd like we have a question here that I'm curious about as well. I think you've seen it, Raul. Did they make private controllers for Carrera?
Yeah. So you can buy 3 different types of controllers, aftermarket digital controllers for Carrera that I know of. There's True Speed out of UK that makes a wired controller. There is Ramjet that's also a wired controller.
Yeah.
And then there is Frankenslot, which makes wireless and digital and wired controllers.
Okay.
They're a bit pricey though. They're 169 US each.
Right.
So yeah.
I seen the Ramjet there. They're pretty well priced, I think.
It's $100 for the Ramjet.
Yeah, that
and
looks all right.
True Speed is also about $100. But if you want the wireless aftermarket, it's 169 for each, and they are always out of stock. So if you do find one and you want it, just pick it up right away because you won't get it.
See, that's a question actually I've been wondering about for a while now too. So whoever that was, who asked that? Thanks for joining us tonight, Juan. Wireless experience. Here, that would be Rick. Thanks for asking that, Rick. Absolutely awesome question. Anybody has questions during the show, please shout them out. I'll try and grab them. All right. Oh, John, thanks for joining us tonight, John. And Doug, thanks for joining us. Hey, 3B, thanks, brother. Woo. Dan, another Dan in the house. We're going to Dan it up tonight.
We should have switched the names like we did earlier when I accidentally put your name in.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, this is my brother Dan. This is my other brother Dan. This is my other brother Dan.
My brother Dare. Oh man. All right. So Robert, what was your take on the interview with Danny?
I think Danny's got a pretty good attitude. The only problem I see with Pro Tinker is Brian. He's very set in his ways, and he's very much a control person, right? He wants to keep a steel grip on everything, I think, as much as he complains about not having help.
Yeah.
He's not that willing to let go of the reins a little bit so that other people could actually step up and help.
Right.
I mean, I don't think slot cars was something Danny thought he was going to get involved in, but he's taken up the cause with fair amount of enthusiasm, I'd say. He seems to be pretty committed.
Yeah, I agree. He definitely sounds like, he's got his head in the game, and he is in the room, when he's talking about this stuff. You know what I mean? Not like, his head somewhere else and this, that, and the other. Like sometimes you could literally hear the words cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching when when the video's right on Brian. Sometimes it just seems like he's really you can always hear the sound of money moving around in his head.
Yeah. You can almost watch it happen if you watch him carefully sometimes. And I don't want to be mean because I like Brian. I think he's a really great person.
Right.
He's one of those people with a good heart, right?
Yeah.
Like so many other people in the slot car game. But when the dollar signs tinkle around in his head, it kind of changes his mind pretty quick, and he's got a habit of maybe making commitments that he can't keep or forgetting about commitments he's made sometimes, or
right,
forgetting certain facts and things that have happened. But but I don't know, especially in the last couple of weeks now, he seems to be a little more I don't know what you'd call not in tune with things, like he seems a little more like he needs a break.
Yeah. Well, I think he even said he was tired. Oh, I'm so tired right now.
Well, I mean, he's been saying that for a long time, but I think it is actually finally catching up with him, right?
Right.
Well, he's been. I mean, you think back Vegas twice, Parsippany, Ohio. I mean, they've been to quite a few shows the last few months.
Oh, and he's always on the go. Like I said, I think he
Desserts?
No, he overmanages the store too much. He's got to have his finger into everything, really, and then he oftentimes will complain about nobody else doing things, but they really don't have that freedom when Brian wants to control everything, right? He's a bit of a control freak, I guess you'd have to say.
Yeah.
I mean, self-made man. He's, I can see where he's coming from, but he is getting older, and he does need to surround himself with some people that could actually be of assistance to him.
Right, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure. Boone, thanks for joining us tonight, brother. I hope you're feeling much better. Wow, that is unbelievable what happened, and man, I don't think there's a person out there who hasn't thought about your well-being in the last few days. So man, definitely hoping you get better soon. I know that you're totally not in a good position right now, but just take it easy, brother. Nobody's going anywhere, and the good thing about slot cars is you only need to be able to push down on the trigger. So awesome. Sorry to hear that, brother. So here we go.
Yeah, but Sunday, like whether the new Evolution Power Base has new controllers, you just have to you have to do a little bit of modification. So you'll have to snip the existing Carrera controllers and rewire your whatever DeFalco or whatever controller you're picking up to put into the analog system for Carrera. It still needs a little bit of splicing of cables and joining them together. That's true for any analog system anyway. So
yeah, it's a little splicing thing, right? Some people just feel a little nervous about doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, so a lot of the aftermarket controllers then come with the crocodile clips. So you'll splice the Carrera input into the CPU, the control unit, and then find those 3 wires and then connect the 3 wires using the crocodile clips. Is not really that difficult.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's always scary, but once you do it, you're like, why was I ever scared of this? It becomes pretty much second nature.
Right.
So the first time you do it, there's lots of videos on YouTube. A lot of people have covered this kind of content. Home Racing World has huge content on this. And just read until you're feeling comfortable and secure that what you're gonna do is not not foreign and not strange, and then you just go for it, and you'll find that you're better than you think, and it will be done. That's how I do it. So
right. Yeah, I'm so used to looking at HO chassis that I now every day on my second screen. Let me show you what I've been putting up here. This is how you get used to something that's new in your life, I guess. Let's see. There we go. So this sits. Of course, this is the Revo slot. It talks about how much tooth pinion gear and how much rear hub. It's called the spur gear. So I'm trying to learn the proper terminology and stuff, and the only way I can really think about doing it is this. So every time I look to the left, this is staring me right in the face while I'm trying to get used to that. And Homeworld Racing is, of course, really good for the Revo slot. Absolutely. The Mercedes in particular was fantastic to review for that. But definitely check out Homeworld Racing if you have a second. Hey, D-Lord, thanks for joining us, brother. So this is how I've been getting ready for the new, the new Discovering Carrera segment I'm going to have soon. So, yeah. So that's sort of what I've been thinking about doing the last little while, is getting things done. And Carrera is, like I said, I have the 4-gear challenge coming up this month on December 15th. So the coolness will start right away, where I'll start doing some staging videos, no running of the cars until the day of the event. I'll warm them all up on the dyno, but leading up to it, I'm going to do some group shots, some shots of definitely we'll be doing some stop motion again. I really like that stop motion, man. That shit is awesome. Oh, can I say shit? I don't know. Okay. From now on, I won't say the word shit. Damn it. I just said it again. All right. Well, anyways, how fast?
It's just Canadians here now. You can say poo.
Oh, yeah, right. Is it? Well,
we lost Matt for some reason.
Yeah, he just disappeared. That's okay. He'll be back, maybe.
That happens when you have a big family.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining us, brother. Absolutely fantastic. Hey, Clint's in the house. Thanks, brother. Kenny, did we hit you up yet? Kenny's in the house, too. Thanks, Kenny.
Oh, there's Mark. Hey, Mark.
Holy shit. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I got to stop saying that. Okay. So,
it's a common Canadian expression these days, unfortunately.
Yeah, the French one, merde.
Yeah.
Start speaking in French. All right. Light Tech Slots, thanks for joining us. I thought I seen them in the house earlier. Awesome. All right. So, now we did it. Now we did it when stirred the bee's nest.
Oh well.
Oh yeah. I was okay. So, being that I'm just trying to catch up with Carrera and stuff, and trying to gain a knowledge for what's going on, I come across this picture that I wanted to share with you guys. This is awesome. Damn.
Dave Kennedy.
Yeah. It's got a lot of hair. He looks different. But yeah, I guess that's him at his Carrera job, eh?
I used that screenshot in one of my videos.
Oh, you did? Well, I came across it. I was like, oh, this person looks familiar. I look closer. I'm like, oh, that's Dave. Awesome. So yeah, that's is that picture have you got more hair in that picture? Why does it look so different?
Frankie, I don't sell the dragon hats. You want dragon merch? Everyone's been asking me about my dragon merch, but I don't sell it.
Ah, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Et vous? I should be careful. They're both from closer to Quebec than I am, so I imagine they probably know French a little bit more than me. But being Canadian, I guess we all learn French. We don't have a choice. So, bonjour, everybody.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, what do you got coming up on your channel, Matt?
Just those the catalog videos, and then some more documentaries.
What's I'm sorry. Do you have another guest for your?
No, I've been thinking about that. I was waiting to see if Brian. I had talked to him again on Friday briefly about Thomas Lowe. I was waiting to see if he was successful in getting Thomas Lowe. That would be pretty awesome. Other than that, I haven't thought about it yet. I need to get on it. I need to find someone to talk to and sit down with. I like getting different perspectives of the hobby.
Right. Well,
yeah,
you know that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Raul. The answer is yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Matt. Pardon me.
One of my buddies, he's an artist. He does a lot of work for like Mongoose and some of the role-playing games, and he does his own work too. That he kickstarts his book. He has a channel. He has like 4 or 5. I haven't looked in a few months. 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, and he'll do that. And I kind of wanted to model off his. And what he does is he does interviews, and then when he doesn't, he can't fill that slot with an interview. He'll do exactly what we're doing here, just kind of a panel, guys sitting around and enjoying the best parts of the hobby, talking about tips and things like that.
Right.
Cars they've gotten.
Yeah, that's hey, it's what you're good at, though. You know, you're good at that style of video making, the kind of that everybody wants so badly to know about. At some point, I'm sure you'll probably dig into the behind the scenes of Carrera and that kind of stuff. You know, working your way around the slot card system, sort of starting with HO and then sort of do a circle, hit Carrera, see what Ninko is up to. You know, there's so much out there for a person like yourself who does those, I like to say hard hitting, because you sort of dig in, you find the facts of what was happening in the past. You know, you're kind of like a slot car paleontologist. You heard it here, folks. Matt, the slot car paleontologist.
I mean, there's just so many, Robert, he meant to get with me a couple weeks ago about some lifelike history. Because, there's nothing, there's a few people that know what really happened to him, but most of it is kind of hidden away. Like when we talked to Brian, when I had the interview with Brian, he was talking about, remember he said, Bob Beers is not the king. This other guy, and I can't, what was his name? Bob Haynes?
Haynes.
Haynes. I'll be honest, as soon as he started telling me about those warehouses, I was like, I need to do a story about this guy, obviously. I need to track this.
I hate hearing that story about those warehouses.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you asked
slot cars.
Well, that's where all the open cars came from, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you heard it. He had a whole table set up and they were making their very own sets.
He had everything there. Like, just blows my mind that.
Right.
You got Marchand, you got Strombecker, you got Eldon, Skelectric. They've been Skelectric before Hornby, Skelectric, since Hornby. There's a whole story in there. Scalextric outside of UK is kind of a whole different animal for the rest of us than individuals in the UK.
Right.
Like Brian, you got Brian's video from Saturday where I don't know if you guys saw that, he accidentally dropped that DeLorean and then he just demolished it and then took raffles to smash the Scalextric car, and he had his little rant about Scalextric. So I know that that video that he ranted about SCX, and then the video that Billy has where he talks about Sunday Slot Cars, talks about the SCX in that rant, are one of their biggest videos. Are you drinking?
No, the finger said cute little velvet bag. And I just happened, oddly enough, to have both styles. The old one and the newer one, Seagram's. And now Crown Royal's owned by Diageo. So there would be one more bag if Diageo made this bag.
Yes, they usually come with a bottle in them.
Yeah, right? They make really good slot car holders, and I think Mark Buck had a suggestion for them too.
Not a bad polishing cloth either, actually.
Yeah, they're very soft. When I do my slot car reviews, when I take them apart, I'm actually going to turn them upside down on top of the Crown Royal velvet bag. How's that for classy? Woo!
That's classy.
Damn. Yeah, I know. I outclass myself sometimes. Actually, most of the time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Diageo. Oh, is that right? Oh, wow. Slot Tech Slots. I visited Crown Royal where all the hard alcohol is made for Diageo. Yeah. Got to stick my finger in the vat. Yeah. Well, me and 8 other people. So, I can't really be too special. When 8 other people get to stick their finger in a fermentation bin. So good. Tasted like crap, but yeah, we did it. Yeah. No. No, this is I know this is probably blow you away because some people don't know this, but the hard alcohol made by for Diageo it used to be the Seagram's coolers. All of that alcohol was made here in Manitoba, all of it. And it got shipped to wherever in rail cars as raw hard alcohol, and then they would add the flavoring. I believe it was in Montreal. So I could be wrong though, but it wasn't flavored here. The only thing they made here are rye, whiskey, and of course the Crown Royal, and they made some sherry. So yeah. I should actually do a stroll by there. I think absolutely everybody in the comment section would probably want to see pictures of this place. It blows your mind right up. First off, there are so many storage areas, I guess you could call them, bunkers or whatever. Everywhere you look for miles, it's just these big giant buildings in huge open areas. So many of them, and all full of casks, all of them. And they're like 3 deep and 5 high, and they get rotated once a week. Every single one of them. Oh boy. Yeah. And when we were there, they gave you a big jiffy and they let you scroll on the barrels, because in the next week, all those barrels that were scrolled on by all the people that visited would be shuffled to the back and nobody would see them anyways. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So I guess, that's not really slot car talk, but I don't know. It's cool.
Interesting stuff, though.
Yeah, at the very least, right? Quebec still produces asbestos. But that's good to know. That's good to know. So, Raul, what's happening with your channel coming up in the next week? I see you got I really liked your review there the other day with the camera and stuff. Which one was that? Were you the tech video?
Yeah, I used to do that series and I stopped it because some people were saying that I only showed expensive stuff. So I stopped it, and then I was asked to bring it back, so I brought it back.
Yeah.
obviously some people got value from it, so it's back. And then yeah, um, lots to build, magnetic racing stuff. I have.
Right.
So, could I ask you something, Raul? I know I may have asked this before. Do you have any really decent hobby shops? Obviously, you must have something near you. Are you,
Stock car hobby shops.
yeah, or are you just mainly purchasing online?
So there is Scale Racing Center, which is Ernie Mozzetti's slot car shop. Which is Ernie Mazzetti is the person that produces MR slot car. So they're well-known slot car brand in the 132nd world. They're racing. He has a racing pedigree. He's a world champion, and he produces his own car. He's the one who made the Shadow, which is probably going to win car of the year this year. So this car right here.
Oh yeah, that car's fantastic delivery, man.
Right. So this is produced by MR Slot Car. I think he won car of the year 2 years ago as well with the Jaguar that he produced. So Ernie's shop is around. It's about half an hour to 40 minutes away from me, on a toll road. Yeah, he has a plastic track, which is a polycar track, 6 lanes. And then he's got a wood track upstairs where they race scale auto. So they race the 124 scale. Um, this is raced on the wood tracks. So this is the 124. It is a metal chassis.
Yeah.
And it is for wood track racing. And he sells the problem that we have, and I think everyone has, and even Sunday Slot Cars has this problem, is that we don't get the stock on time. So when a car gets released, if I wait for it to come to Canada, which it might never come, I'll never get the car. So I tend to buy directly from Pendle. But the only thing that I won't buy is Carrera. I just let Billy get it in, and I buy it from Billy and Amanda. Although it's tempting. I mean, right now, the Lancia Deltas are not even the Lancia. New Lancias from Carrera are not even released in Germany yet, because I heard from Bo that they're not out there yet. And the cleaning truck, which hasn't even come to Canada yet, they're all available from AliExpress right now. So you can go on AliExpress and you can order both the Lancias and the cleaning truck and get them shipped to your door. And you pay the shipping charges, obviously. But it's hard to see that and not be tempted, because like I said, I'm a Carrera collector and I really want those cars, but I'm just holding off and hoping that Billy and Amanda get them in at some point. And it's tough for me to hold off, but I will. But yeah, so there is that slot car shop, and then if I drive about an hour, you can get to Panther Hobbies. Panther Hobbies is another slot car shop, but they don't have a racetrack. They do have a racetrack in the back where you can test the cars, but they don't have an official racetrack or where you can just have some fun and race. So the closest racing center is Ernie's, and that's the only racing center that I know that exists now in Toronto, because everybody else closed down. We used to have Mini Grid. We used to have a couple of them in the Scarborough area, but they're all gone now. So the only tracks that I know are Ernie's track, and then there's a lot of private underground leagues that are happening all over Toronto, but you need to know the people, because I know everyone that races Ernie actually races underground leagues, or what we call the garage leagues. So a bunch of people have their own racetracks. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you definitely plan on continuing with your tech series?
Well, I always have new cameras, so I get new cameras every day or every other day. I get new camera gear, camera equipment. So yeah, I mean, if you want to talk tech, I do a lot of tech, so I know a lot about camera gear and a lot about computer stuff. So yeah. I think there's some value to that. A lot of people found some value to that. I also do. I'm planning to do some live tutorials on how I shoot, because next year I'm getting into toy photography.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got some new macro lenses. I got some new gimmicks to play around with. So after some effects as well, both post and also while shooting. So I'm going to be playing around a lot with that. So I think the tech series would be cool. And it's really me. Like that's me in general. Like I'm a slot car collector, and I play a lot with with technical gadgets. So if I get something that I want to try, like 360 videos, like you mentioned it on your stream, and the next thing I knew, I was producing 360 videos because if something catches my interest and I really want to learn about it, like all in, I just go all the way. So
awesome, man. I'm glad people actually are doing the 360 thing, even if it's not done all the time. I really enjoy watching them. And when you had them on, Raul, when you had the 360 at the market and at whose place were you at there?
Well, with Frankie's.
Yeah, Frankie's. Yeah. So when that was going on, awesome. I love that so much. That is so cool. And I remember Slot Car League of Champions, he had a problem because he would produce the videos and nobody was watching them because he needed to be found in that 360 niche. He didn't get found by slot car people. He get found by people who thought the 360 was cool. And for you, Raul, you have your crowd, right? And then, of course, you will stumble across those 360 people too. It won't come right away. The algorithm will start pushing your video for 360 out there. I hope you tag it 360 as well?
So this is the funny thing, Dan. I learned a lot about 360 now, right? So if you live stream 360 up onto YouTube, and so the way the camera works, Dan, is like you're not using your own Wi-Fi to stream up. You actually use your cell phone's data plan to stream up 360 to YouTube. So if you have a good cell phone plan, and unfortunately Rogers is not the best, because if you notice, some of my 360 was very jagged, and then when I went to Sarnia, it was very clear. So it really comes down to your cell phone signal. So those videos, if you broadcast 360 live, it's no problem. The 360 comes in, so it automatically converts it to 360. YouTube knows what to do with it. We're fine. But if you pre-record it in 5K, like I pre-recorded 5K video in 360, and I did everything, all the steps that I was told to do. I uploaded, and it says that YouTube would automatically recognize it as 360 in some time and convert to a 360 video. It never does. So far, not one of my 360 videos that I recorded in high resolution and uploaded have been converted to 360, even though they are all 360 compatible.
Right.
So I don't know if YouTube has actually, slowed down their support for 360 video, because it was a hype train at one point, and it's not it's not so hyped anymore. 360 is more about being able to capture and then reframe it and then do your video, which is what I did for one of the videos I released. Right. So I don't think if native 360 is actually supported on an upload. It's supported in the live format, but not in the upload. So unless someone from Insta360 or somebody tells me otherwise, that's what I've been figuring out by myself now. Because I've done about 5, and I've actually held like almost 3 or 4 videos in private mode, waiting to see how long it will take for YouTube to recognize them as 360. Because I followed all the instructions to the T, but still no luck.
So when you set your stream, you're hitting the 3D button that's in the stream setup.
So the way obviously I'm using the Insta360 X3. Mm-hmm. That one there's a DJI Mevo app on the phone. As long as the Mevo app is on and connects to your Insta360, you can scroll over to live and broadcast the live feed. You have control on 3 different levels of live, so you can do the 5K level, you can do the 4K level, and unfortunately for me, where I live, I can only do 3K. But at least it broadcasts at 100 feet per second. So at least 100 frames per second. So at least you don't get, the slot cars don't look blurry. Because if you notice, even at 5K, the slot cars just look like a trail of color. They don't really capture because it's only 5K at 30 frames per second. So you want faster frame rates because the cars move so fast.
Right. So that totally makes sense. And there you go. So I guess it's a hit and miss. It's a really a signal thing is what you're saying. I guess what it's boiling down to. It sounds like
for the live, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For pre-recorded video, yeah, as long as you can record it down. I'm looking at a preprocessor that can take 360 video that's transcribed and injected with some code, so I can actually make it 360 in general. But if you go to the more advanced systems, like the bigger Insta360 cameras, like the $5,000 ones, they actually come with their own servers, so you can actually broadcast and hold your videos into its own server and broadcast it itself through its own server base. So that's like a different level, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
that one, those cameras are, I think it's got 6 cameras all the way around. So you can actually, and the user has complete control. You can zoom, pan, tilt, everything. That's a different level altogether.
Well, I just finished buying 2 1080p for now. I guess 2 1080p webcams for the new room. So
you got the 920Cs, the Logitech ones?
No, I was gonna get those. I decided to go with another company. I wanted to see how they were. I don't need any specific bells and whistles. Everything that I do, like video cutting and stuff, I usually use my phone. I find it's perfect. And then, of course, the program that I use to do all the editing has always done me good. So for the lives, though, I want to have that crispness. And because of what George said at Area 51, he said, basically, I think what he said was something along the lines of like, don't get the expensive 1080p camera, just get a 1080p camera that's not really like, overblown.
So yeah, so I got three webcams. So I bought them wide. So normally, okay, the Logitech one is a 90-degree angle camera.
Yeah.
Right. So I got 120-degree angle cameras. So they're really wide. And I think it was on sale. It was $70 from Amazon.
Right.
And they broadcast at 60 frames per second, which is a good rate. You want higher frame rates. So I got 2 of those that I'll be setting up. I'm trying to do my full track kind of stitched together using 2 web cameras. So that when I go live, you can actually see it as one track, but it's actually 2 cameras side by side, like stitched together. So I'm trying to emulate that. I'll be doing a test probably tomorrow night with that.
Nice.
Yeah. So
you be going live for that or what?
Yeah, I do all my tests live.
Yeah.
It's the best way because that's just how I learn. So.
Well, you might as well. It's a good way to entertain too, right? Everybody likes a little folly.
Yeah, and I have 16 cars to test, so might as well test something.
Yeah.
Awesome. Give me something to do. What's tomorrow? Friday? I ain't got shit to do. There it is. That word shit again. I got to stop saying shit. All right. Oh, gosh. All right. So, this is oh my gosh, I think I just had a brain fart there. Shit, can I say fart? Yeah, probably. Hey. So I just wanted to say, Raul, I'm really glad that you are doing the tech side of things again, because I don't know I'm gonna follow up by watching a few more of those tech episodes. I could only imagine how they must go. And I really feel it would be a shame if you weren't still doing them, especially with the last one I watched. That would be officially the first tech video of yours that I've watched, Raul. And I'm going to be digging back. And I'm really happy that you are still doing it, because of all the people I know that are making videos, you have all the equipment. You've used it all. You're able to talk about it freely. You're not tripping over your words, which means you actually know what you're talking about. And it's really nice because I'm not just hit play on the GoPro and let it flow and then hit stop 8 minutes later kind of guy. In case anybody hasn't figured out, I like to do a little editing in my videos. And every once in a while, I do come out with something semi-cool. So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a bell notification video that viewers will actually want to watch?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Did he just say cowbell?
I gotta have more cowbell.
It's not a cowbell.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
All right then, hit the cowbell notification button so you don't miss any of my up and coming content. Woo! Hey everyone. everyone needs a little cowbell, apparently. So before we push on, I want to make sure that everybody in the comment section knows who everybody is here. By the looks of the people in the comment section, everybody does. But we'll go over it quickly just so everyone knows. And if you're not subscribed to one of these channels, guys, please do so, okay? There's no sense us getting together, spending all of our time to entertain everybody, and nobody cares. So show us at least that you care. Hit the like button, and definitely subscribe to everybody here. We're all working really hard, and I'm sure we all have better things to do tonight than sit here. You know what I mean? But I really don't. So I'm doing what I. This is my night, people. I love it. Woo!
I was about to say we do.
Cool. I like doing this, and I'm glad everybody's here. I'm happy to share all this with everybody. And I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, guys. So I want to thank everyone for being a part of that. Fantastic, man. Blows me away. I wasn't expecting to even get close until the end of the month. I'm going to get there in the next 2 weeks. So
do I detect a freebie coming up?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, another giveaway.
I've
given away tens of thousands of dollars worth of slot cars, and I'm sure
something I can afford. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, people. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I'll have to make up some more mugs.
Oh man.
Matt, don't you have one of those mugs? 1,000 subscribers?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. Wow.
I won that about this time last year, about this, Christmas time.
You guys like mugs? I make beer steins.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Man, I am 15 years sober. I'll be 16 years sober in July.
I still use the beer steins for hot chocolate. Don't worry. They're the ceramic ones. They're really big. Anyway.
Yeah, I had, I have a sublimation printer, and I printed my own labels, my own stuff for my shirts.
Yeah.
And then, of course, mugs, right? So I started doing mugs for a while. It just becomes a bit of a pain in the ass, especially being from Canada. People don't want to pay more for shipping than they do for the product. And I get that. I totally get that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not paying $20 for shipping when the mug you only charged me for was $12. Like, what? I'm like, well, buy 2 or 3, man. Then it makes it more worth it. No, then the fucking shipping price goes up. So, oh, fuck, can I say that? Oh,
you've already passed your quota on all those things.
Damn it. Next feed, remember, guys, I'll say something else. Else.
Sure.
Yeah, next time. But, yeah, I got to agree with Matt here. It's time for the Catalina trip, everybody. Woo! All right. Wow. Crazy time.
Hey, thanks for can I say something real quick?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Sorry for having to run back and forth those couple times. One time my wife called me, she was stuck up at the hospital. Then the next time my daughter texted me and said, "Hey, the baby pooped." So it was so bad she knew I was streaming too. So she texted me and got it in there. Like, he's gonna have to take this.
That's all right. People are definitely going to remember who you are.
Well, baby poop waits for no one.
That's right. Yeah, and the longer it takes you to get there, the more it gets messy.
Yeah,
all right. So, does anybody have any questions for from the crowd? From the crowd.
Crowd.
Gosh.
Do we have a crowd?
I didn't just say crowd. I meant to say. Yeah, I said crowd. All right, from the comment section, what do we got?
Here you go. Sunday's still going on about his rally car that he bought from Skelectric.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Conversion chip. Yeah, man, it's like conversion chips. I know, like, I need to buy 2. I need 2 of those, Billy. I know. I looked at your inventory already. You got them. But I think
you don't want that for your reverse lot, do you? Oh, you want them for your Carreras?
Yeah, I need the 2. Well, I'm gonna put them in the DTMs, and then so I can take them back out again for when I do the GRL. But for the Revo slot, I definitely need. I need whatever you're suggesting, Raul. What is that?
Oh, you have options, but I would get the what's it called? It's from Slot Invasion USA. It's the Slot Technic chip.
Slot Technic?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this sad guy. I keep it right here in front of me. Thing hasn't even touched the track yet. Still smells like Revo Air. Oh, wait a sec. That's rubber tires. Never mind.
I don't know if you can see back in the corner there. There's a whole stack of those boxes.
Yeah. I wish. It's like when Marty did the video of his Revo slot cabinet, and I was looking at just the shape of this car alone, the Mercedes. Oh man, they made some kick-ass liveries on that car, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
Blow me away.
Yeah, I found out that I ordered 40 cars in November, so.
You did?
Yeah. So minus 16, I still got 34 left to bring in.
Wow, man. So what do you got there, Matt?
I did pick up these for $20 a piece.
Daytonas.
And those are from who?
Carrera analog cars.
And these can be chipped, right? Yeah.
Yes, they were chipped. They took the chip out.
Oh.
And then they sold them for $20. No case, no nothing. And I picked them up.
So that's 25 Canadian. That's for a car. That's not bad. It'll cost you 75 Canadian to get a car with the chip in it.
Well,
75 Canadian.
What's
it's
that?
85 Canadian.
85, yeah. Pardon me. Oh, 85. Yeah, that's Sunday slot car. But Billy's got some good stuff, some cheaper stuff there too. I was looking at today. See, the good thing is, I know everybody right now is all mixed. Everybody who's in 132 is like they all got the brand new, fresh out car, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take that one that came out 2 years ago, and that one over there. So yeah, right.
Well, I picked up those the Dale Earnhardt and the Jimmy Johnson electric ones too, and I was going to race them, but they look. I think they may end up staying on the shelf. They look really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lighttech's telling you about the slotted SP43 chip. That's another good chip. And if you don't want to solder, then that one is the chip to get. The SP43 from Slotted.
And this one has those white clips that Carrera has?
That's right.
That's what I want. I don't want to have to do any soldering. I'm a bit of a lazy dick. So.
And then if you have any car with the DPR door or the Scalectric door, you need the Carson chips.
Oh, okay. It's like a little. I have to investigate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, let me see.
I've been doing a lot of investigating on the Carrera curves right now, trying to get everything figured out. Because
just for curiosity's sake, what's the average price of those chips around in Canada now?
$50.
$50. So this is a Scalectric car, right? Like this is the Corvette C8.
Yeah, I like that.
So
that's the same pace car shape, right?
Yeah, that's the C8, the Corvette. So if you lift this car, see right underneath here, there's a DPR door. Let's see.
Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on. Here.
So you see the door is right there.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right. So this chip just sits in there. So it's just a quick swap.
And it's made that's. Oh, I see. It's even got.
So it's not only for Scalectric, but it's also for Pioneer. Pioneer also uses the DPR doors as well.
Huh.
So there's a bunch of So you can use that chip for those cars.
I'm definitely going to have to get back at that because I'm definitely we have some $75 Carrera cars. Billy was saying. Yeah, I thought I seen some lesser than $80 cars. Good deals, Billy. Thanks, brother. Absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, I guess I got to do some more ordering. I was, to be honest, I slid Billy a text a little while ago asking if he was going to have a sale before Christmas. I got a little bit more spending to do. I still got to get the second lap of my track done. I've got the whole entire first lap done, so ready to roll. Just going to double the size of the track now by having a second layer and also some more filling in a little more real estate. So that'll be nice.
Yep, never ends. Cracks.
Go crazy on chips, you'll find. Right. And I totally agree with that, Delon. I was wondering that myself too. You could only run so many cars at once, so I don't know if every car in your collection needs to be chipped. What is your thought about that rule? I mean, obviously, if you go to buy a brand new car now, you're just going to buy a chip. But let's just say for the average person, what would you suggest?
Well, like I said, like I have 6 of every chip. So I have 6 slot Technics, 6, and I swap them around. So if I need another car and I want to test it out and I want to use digital, because half of my analog cars would never run digital, but if I do, I have the chips. So I do have the slotted chip. I have 4 of them. I have 6 or 8, 7 of the slot Technic chips. And then I have so many digital cars. So if I want to take a digital chip, I'll just pull out one of the cars, pick it out, pop it into something else, and test it out. So yeah, I don't think you need, you don't need to have a chip for every car you own, especially like for myself, it would be nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked you, because you'd be the guy, right? You have so many cars,
Yeah.
so.
So I mean, if I was anyone and I had a Carrera track, I would get one of those switch boxes, axle box, or make one of your own, or so that way you get the access of going digital or analog whenever you want. It gives you a lot of freedom, and you don't feel like oh, you always have to buy a chip. Like that's how I like it. So if I want to run an analog car, I just switch to analog and run it. And when I want to run digital, I run digital. Right?
You know what? Delon, thank you, brother. Absolutely fantastic. This just sunk into my head right now. Look at that.
Yeah,
I
have
swap
like
only when he needs to run, right? So essentially, what you're doing, Delon, is you'll buy the analog version, and then you already have the chips. So you're saving yourself what, a good solid $20-$30 per car. Fantastic. Thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate that. You just saved me a mint in money, because I need a couple more digital cars to equal 6, obviously, which would make sense, Carrera style. And if I get Revos, I definitely plan on getting at least 2 more of these Mercedes for sure. Love the liveries, man. Different liveries, though. And I'll be getting the 510s certainly by Revo. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, this is the way. Yeah, you bet, brother. You bet it's the way. This is the way. Somebody's watching a lot of whatchamacallit. Oh my gosh. Mandalorian. Yeah, thanks, Delon. Wow. That literally just saved me money. Because well, not yet, it's not, but it will. Matt, your mic's muted. There you go.
I did pick up this one too. I'm in my forever pursuit of all NASCARs. It was another good deal. Somebody offered it to me, so I grabbed it.
See, I'll be doing the same thing too, brother. I'll have those cars too, because I plan on running the Nassau sort of circuit as well. I just love the NASCAR liveries. I love the shape of those cars.
This one's for Matt.
Oh shit! Let me pull that up. Hang on,
look at the driver, though, Matt. Look at the driver. What is it?
It's NASA. It's a NASA car, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, I saw that. Did Billy have that?
No.
I saw it somewhere. Maybe it was Great Traditions, but yeah, so many cars, so little money.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's the good thing too right now, because in order to always be upfront with the latest and most current thing, that's the most expensive car always.
Yeah.
Right. But the good thing is I'm not far enough into the thing right now to need the new car. So, that's why I was able to get the $45 digital car from Sunday Slot Cars and the other cars. Now, if I would have waited like a day, I would have got a better deal on the first two cars that I bought. But I got a little excited and I went and jumped the gun by one day. And that's all right. I still bought three cars the very next day and some kick-ass track. And I'll be, like I said, I'll be buying more track right away. Yeah. I was looking at how I was going to move Slot Valley Racing, and it's going to be pretty crazy to get it off the pool table. So I'll have to get ingenuitive, I think.
You should just be able to build you a frame around it, even if it's only like 12 to 18 inches, and then put legs on that and then extend it up. And then you should just be able to slide the pool table out from underneath that, depending on where you have to go. But that's basically, and then what you could do is when you have the table up, you could kind of jack it up and you could go like house movers and you could run some one by underneath the actual Slot Valley. So then it's just on a platform,
Well, the problem with that is when I try and put a frame, if I put a frame on the outside of it, the whole entire inside is all just sitting on top of the pool table. There's nothing supporting it at all. Like the outer edge, the super speedway, when I built that, all I literally did was just attach 2x4s to the end of the table and put the track on that, and then rounded it up with the plaster and lath again, which was the go-to. But this time I'm actually going to do the foam board. I'm going to try that just because I don't think I'm going to go with such dramatic, however you want to dramatic look to the track. I want it to just be more flowing, sort of a lot less stuff. But of course, I'm going to have the lights and the sounds like a non-schematic schematic.
You're going to have to disassemble the table though to get it out, are you not?
Yeah, what'll have to happen is I'll have to take all the track apart. I'm gonna. The good thing is I can cut the drag strip separate.
But I mean the actual pool table you're going to have to disassemble, right?
Yeah, the actual pool table will have to be 100% disassembled. Yeah. It can be, but it ain't gonna be me doing it. So I don't know how much that piece of slate will weigh. A 4x8 piece of slate, 2 inches thick. And it wasn't brought in 2 pieces. It was brought in one piece. I think it weighed 800 pounds.
Yeah. So I had a piece of slate that I brought home from work. It was part of a desk. And I managed to get it home. And I was taking it out of the van and it fell on top of me and I was stuck under it. I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
It was rather embarrassing.
Yeah.
Talk about heavy stuff. Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff.
That's right, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, Clint, I still do have it. Although I'm working on it. I really like the distance of the Carrera track. So I think I'm going to actually make a HO scale drag track out of the Carrera track. Everything's already as wide as I want it. The cars run super smooth. I think actually it might be the way to go. So I still do have it, yes, and I will be still taking pictures on it, but I don't think I'll be using it for drag racing per se. I really like the Carrera idea and the width for everything. I really like just the width, having the space. It's a bit hard, so no. Well, we have to. We're selling it, so it'll be gone one way or another. It's a very, very expensive pool table. We've never played pool on it.
Have you ever thought about putting the straps, like how the ratcheting straps? You could
Yeah,
slide
I
it
have-
underneath your table and ratchet it up. If you build a frame, slide the straps underneath and ratchet them up, and then it will keep your all your plaster up in the air
Yeah.
and move your
You could
table out.
slide. You could
Yeah.
But
slide some
the
boards
whole thing
underneath it.
is, it's too big to fit up my stairwell, so I'll have to cut it in half regardless.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of like Boone. I think I might have to strip all of the track off it and then chop it in half.
No,
Those are
but
some
this
great
way,
videos.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
want, what you could do, Dan, is like if you ratchet it up and get it up in the frame, you could actually get foam core and can cut into 3 pieces and have it mounted on the foam core, and then you don't rip it apart.
Oh, I see what you're
Right.
talking
That
about.
way, it's now a solid piece. It's not any. It's not. It will be solid and light, and you can move it. Something to consider. I think it's a wiser way to do things. And ratcheting straps are very inexpensive, and they're very strong when they ratchet up.
Right.
So.
They also have that new spray packing foam you can buy too, which might be a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to firm up the underside, because my main concern is I'm going to lift it up and everything's just going to go, because it's literally all sitting on the pool table. All I did was put a piece of like foam stuff between the actual pool table cover and where the slot is. Any recommendations for the owner of the Auto World drag strip? Picked up Snake and Mongoose track for $80. First question, Delon, do you have the automatic starting gate, or do you have the manual one? Because that would be if you have the working tree, and then I could tell you what. Yeah, no kidding. There's always a pool. Yeah, I agree. I grew up in a pool hall, actually. Oh, don't know yet. Oh, what? What? Did you buy it used? Oh, a new. Essentially, the 4-gear is a bit of a slower car. Oh, okay. But you don't know if it has the light up tree or not. It would say right on the front of the box. But regardless,
Did you get the ones with the vans or the cars?
He got the Snake and Mongoose. Oh, good question. Did you get the cars or the vans? Probably the cars, though.
If it's cars, you should have the tree, right? The vans didn't. They didn't come with the little.
No, the cars come in both ways, with or without the tree.
Oh, that's right. They came in that one package where they just have the start.
Because I reviewed the one with the light tree. Fantastic. Yeah, it's they've done a really great job on that set, if you ask me, when it comes to the light up part. I just really wish they'd figure out a way to power everything through the plug-in instead of the 6 batteries that everyone needs. It's kind of a silly idea. I think someone said it's battery powered. Right on. Yeah, that's it's a nice one. You'll have fun. Yeah. 6 batteries it's going to take, 6 AA batteries. They last a long time. Just make sure to turn them off when you're done using it.
Tell them about the Jag cars, Dan.
The what cars?
The Jag cars that you run sometimes on the track.
Yeah. After you've gotten into it, Delon, and you've checked it out for a little bit and you've played with the cars, make sure, of course, you oil them. If you're not sure what you need to do, I have a whole series on 4 gears and that kind of stuff. The chassis is a 4-gear chassis. It's good. They're reliable, but they're slow. When you put 2 of them together side by side and race them, well, then you have 2 cars to race. But you can't put a 4-gear with a extraction chassis. That's just not enough. And then, of course, your next step is going to like a private business like Jag Hobbies, where Jag sells the DR1 GT and just the normal DR1, and they're made for the shells of those cars, and they go like stink. And of course, I also have a video for the DR1 and the DR1 GT. If you want to spend a little more buck and make those cars actually fly, I definitely suggest you do that. But like I said, as long as you have 2 4 gears together, you got some pretty good fun. What you got is a good family thing, man. Pull that thing out at a family dinner or something while everyone's waiting for dinner to happen, and everybody loves it. The kids, the adults, you watch. In my family, everyone would probably be betting quarters. I bet you a quarter. I bet you a quarter, right? Nobody's, it's not serious money. It's just quarters. But it's fun, is what it is. Yeah. And it's definitely, it's, for $80, you got a good deal. I can tell you that. That's about 105 Canadian, and I think I paid 135 for mine. But I am Canadian, and shipping probably costs more. So, once again, hey, welcome to Canada. So, yeah.
I just wanted to comment. I was watching Raul's video when him and MP were driving to Sundays, and I think one of the funniest things was when Raul's like, I wish I could do videos like DeLeon. He knows everything about the road, this or that.
Yeah.
And he really does. DeLeon makes some real good videos about that. It's really awesome. So
explaining the ride, I think it was. Yeah. Good job, man. I like those videos though, right? That's what makes everybody different in our community. Like I always say, 5 guys can do the same video for the same car, but it's going to come out 5 different ways. I would never think about explaining the trip like that, but it's very enjoyable and I do like it. It's just another way of looking at things. Everybody sort of has their own little niche and what they need to do. So, okay. So, before we get going, once again, everybody in the house, we got Matt from Patriot Hobbies. We got Raul from Conquest Racing Club. And we have Robert Fish, a resident slot car, HO slot car, and slot car guy. So before we head out tonight, I just wanted to, first off, I'd like to say, DeLon, if you'd like to join us one night on the panel here, you're more than welcome. Please feel free to do so. And 3Bean, you ever want to join us, brother? You got an invitation to do so. Slot Car Daddy, same with you, brother. I'd really like to see a lot of people together. That way, when people see everyone together like this, it just starts becoming the norm. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the stigma of, oh, those are HO guys. No, I want everyone to say now, like, oh, these are slot car guys, right? Most of us are doing multi scale now, and I think the thing is, I think the hobby is finally moving in a good direction. We're all moving forward now, and there's lots of new channels, and that is absolutely fantastic. Now, here's what I've noticed. All right, we all would like someone's video or someone's short to go viral in the slot car community, because that will at least mean that there's a hope. Right now, that hope is we're coming up really short. Now, realistically, just talking about how we're going to grow the community or go viral, just talking about it is not what needs to be done. If you're a creator, ask yourself, how many times did you at somebody? How many times did you use their name? When I say at somebody, you guys know what I mean, like at Patriot Hobbies. So in my video right now, there's description with 3 names. There's at Conquest Racing, there's at Patriot Hobbies, and there's at Slot Valley Racing. Now, as a YouTube creator, when you go to look at your comment section, right next to the comment section, there's another section there, and I don't know if most people know what it is, but this is where you will find anybody who's mentioned your name. So Some people don't know about it. Some people do. But here's why I always push the bell, okay? You push the bell because you want to be notified that someone's going live, okay? Now, the algorithm picks that up. All of those people who said notify me have all been notified and they all show up to the stream. Perfect. Now, here's what I've noticed in the last few weeks. And like I said, I've been talking with the YouTube creator people and I've visited a few of their lives and stuff. The first thing they suggest is, like I said, use shorts like commercials for your shows. That's the best thing you could do. I'll guarantee you right now, if you're a creator, 1/3 of your total subscriber count will come from shorts. I guarantee that. Okay? For every video you put out, start making 3 shorts. All right? And what you will find is your videos will get picked up by the people who are subscribing to your shorts. Now, the good thing about the shorts is you have 15 seconds or however long you want to do, up to a minute, of the coolest music and the coolest thing you could possibly think of that video that you are making, okay? So this is one way you can pump yourself. And you always add other people, okay? Now, when you put out a short, don't add anybody. When you put out a short, you hashtag people, okay? Now, when you make full-length videos, you add people. You cannot hashtag a full-length video. Nothing comes of that because hashtags are for shorts, not full-length videos. Now, when we want to move ahead and have somebody notice, this is how it's going to happen, okay? We always hope that that all the creators who have like multi-thousand subscribers, sort of waiting for that to happen so that maybe they'll go big. But what I didn't realize until recently, in the last few weeks actually, is it's not really about what your subscriber count is. It's 100% about how many views you get in a month. The algorithm is looking at the amount of views a video gets. Okay. It doesn't care unless you have less than 1,000 subscribers. The algorithm doesn't care how many subscribers you have. It only cares how many people are watching your video. So I think in the past, we've been looking at it wrong. We've been trying to interact everything together and it's not working. And there's reasons. And, you know, as a person who actually takes my channel very seriously, I've decided not just to sit around and wait. And also, if you guys haven't seen any of these YouTube creator videos, definitely you got to watch them. If you're a creator, you should be watching all of them. And every once in a while, get into one of their lives because you can always ask questions. The biggest question that I asked, of course, was, you know, is it a smart idea to make your shorts small commercials? Just like, you know, that's the sort of thing you want to do to bring information to the hobby and keep it consistent. And you want to post at least 3 videos a week. And we want basically, so what we're basically trying to do is we need to get everyone's video count up, or at least views. All right. So if that means you need to stand on the edge of a long stick with a siren on your head and maybe a beaver hanging from your butt, if that's what you have to do to get views, then that's what you have to do. Now, talking about going viral isn't going to help anything anymore. Knowing that we know, just talking about it's not going to make it happen. It's all about the amount of views a subscriber or a member or a YouTube creator has. Because when the algorithm looks at it, and especially when you put 2 big number creators together, the algorithm starts going a little bit crazy because it's not used to having, especially in when you look at all the big number of people, they're not actually pushing in. Like, can you imagine if Slot Car Crazy was here and pushing HO content? I would imagine his 8,000 subscribers might have a little bit of a mark. But it's not having any mark because he's created his own community, and that's the problem with HO community and slot car in general, is these little niches, and this is what we're trying to get away from right now, right? We need everyone to sort of combine together instead of being a whole bunch of small little groups. We need everybody to come together. Hey, Pro Takers on tonight. We need everybody in the slot car community to go look, right? Or hey, Raul's tech videos on tonight. Everybody over to Raul's channel, right? I know it sounds silly, but think about it, okay? Oh, Raul's on. I'm sharing Raul's video. I'm sharing blah blah blah's video. You know, I'm sharing Matt's video. Oh, Matt just went live, shared his video. You know, so this is what needs to happen. Okay. Oh, and the section right beside is called mentions. So as a YouTube creator, you have a mentions section, and in that mentions section, you will see everybody who's mentioned you, or anybody who's forwarded your video, or anytime your name was mentioned at Slot Valley Racing, you will find it in that section. Now, everybody knowing that who's a creator, and I know there's quite a few creators in our comments right now. When you go to that and you have a look, if you haven't seen it or really known what it was, have a look at how empty it probably is. And that is a bit of a problem. That means nobody was mentioned and nobody's being mentioned. Nobody was forwarded and nothing was shared. And this is the problem that we need to work on with. See, I like that you do the tech side of things, Raul. And maybe every once in a while we need to have a creator talk where everyone sort of gets together with their knowledge so we can all share.
Yeah, I've done this before, though. Like if you go into my live streams on Monday, I used to have something called every once a month, I believe. I did Creator Corner, where we just talk about things that affected you as a creator, especially very early this year in the beginning when we were all asking for people to press record. We went through, the things that, like, I'm not as detailed as you, Dan, because I'm not very good at self-promotion. In fact, my lives are all like impromptu lives. I just go live whenever I feel like.
Right.
I don't really promote my channel as I should. And I know that, and I could learn a lot from you and even Matt. I've watched you guys like promote your stuff. It's really good. I don't do any of that. So I am guilty of that. I'll raise my hand and say I am very guilty of not being promoting properly. But everyone's journey is different in YouTube, just like everyone's journey in slot cars is different. We learn together. So I watch you guys, I learn a couple of things, and I will try and adapt and adopt, but it takes time. The main thing is to understand what you have to do. There's lots of pockets of information, but do something that's comfortable for you as well. I mean, 3 shorts. I have a hard time with shorts. I really do. I could record shorts, and you know what? It's a lot of work. Because I just take them too far, I guess. I have probably 80 gigs of shorts videos already recorded, but never released. Because when I release cars, I actually record them portrait in slow motion and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't released any of that because it's not a complete video. It's just a segment. But I don't understand how to create just a segment. I think whenever I look at my videos, I look at a story. I have 3 scripts written right now, man, and I haven't even got down to even recording them because I'm like, it's not perfect. It's not there. I'm not bringing my story across properly. So,
sometimes you got to get it on. You got to let it breathe so you can know how you got to rework it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening with me. It's there's so many things to learn as a creator. I just got into script writing very recently, so I'm learning. I watch a lot of Matt's interviews. I watch a lot of Matt's videos. I think there's so much. The cool thing about this hobby, on any hobby, is that the layers. There's so many layers to the hobby, and there's so many different things that you can actually do in the hobby. You just got to find what resonates with you and what really works. And I'm just still figuring that out 2 years later. So, but yeah, whatever you've said recently, like whatever you just said, it's really important that we come together and work together to promote each other. I'm 100% for that. That's why I come on these collabs and I'm up till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning with Pete. I do that because I enjoy it, number one, and number two, I love the different perspectives. For me, just hearing different perspectives from different creators all the time really makes me richer in terms of my knowledge base and in terms of how I can progress my channel over time. So I think that's something that I think should be stressed a lot. And if you can't do it right away, just try and fit it into your next video. Try a little bit, try one short. I'll try one short to promote. But the problem with me is like I go live with last night's live was spur of the moment, literally.
Yeah.
Like I was watching Matt's, I was like, you know what, I should go live because I got these 16 cars here. I just got a new camera kit in. I just got my magnetic racing kit delivered today. I want to show the joy of opening all this stuff live and right at the spur of the moment. So I just launched, like literally while Matt was going, I actually wrote up that I gave myself half an hour to tell everyone I was going to go live. Nice. So I was watching Matt's interview, and I set up my live stream. So as soon as your live finished, my live kicked off, Matt. So that's just me, spur of the moment, and that's because I'm testing. I'm always testing things. I'm always tinkering. So, but that's not the right way to do things. I'll tell you that much, because you don't get the traction.
That's true, but at least you gave them the half an hour, though, right?
Yeah. But I watch you guys. Like, honestly, like I don't know. You guys blow my mind with all like your hyped up music and just even your intro to your lives. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I can't do any of this. I don't even know what meme culture is. So like, I'm like, memes? What are these things? So, like I said, technically I'm sound. I can work camera inside out. But creativity is creativity, and anyone and everybody has it. You just need, you start with your phone and you can be creative and you can do whatever you want. So for me, I like to just explain tech, I guess, and that's easier for me. But like when it comes to promotions, these guys have got it on lockdown. These two guys up here, so check it out with those guys.
Yeah, for me, when I'm doing the shorts, I'm usually videotaping like this anyways, and then I'll just quickly stop and go 15-second short, find the coolest track I can possibly listen to, and then I'll just record straight out, right? Most people are actually pretty happy with just watching the car go around, because I like to use the spinning stand. It's been my go-to for 2 years now, so I'll buy another one before if this one breaks, but I certainly won't be turning it by hand. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So looks like Clint's heading out. So
my daughter is very good at shorts. So my daughter is like, because she got her own channel and she does her shorts, like she's bang on those things. So sometimes I ask her, like, what would you do? And then she'll tell me, oh, you should do it like this, Dad. So
I do the same thing, Raul.
Yeah.
Same thing. My daughter has her own channel and she's got like 100 subscribers. And she'll be like, do this song, Dad. Don't do that old man song like that. I'm be like, all right.
Yeah, so one of my daughter's videos got 32,000 views, short. And I was like, oh, you gotta teach me. I mean,
what's the name of that what's the name of that program, Raul, that chops up the video
Opus Clips? Opus Clips.
Opus. I wrote it down and then I threw it away, idiot.
Yeah, so Opus Clips will take a long format video and just chop it into shorts for you.
Opus,
OPUS, Clips.
Awesome.
And then I've just learned about a new thing that I've been messing around with. It's called Descript. You guys can check it out. It's a really cool thing. But basically, you know, like how you've noticed this now, where when people are talking, the words come up and they get like highlighted and like it comes in different. So this Descript does this for you. It takes your so basically you export your audio, you take it to Descript. It will actually do all these little like text effects for you, and you can place it properly, and then you can bring it back into your video and remove and overlay it on top of your video.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so check it out, Descript. So Opus Clips does it for you automatically, but you know Opus Clips it generates the clip for you the way it feels is necessary. But if you wanted to create your own, I was looking for a way to have a little bit more control. So I found this program called Descript that allows me to do that with my scripts. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. I'm always searching for stuff. So.
Nice, brother. Yeah, no, we appreciate that. Absolutely. See, this is the reason why we need you for the tech, brother. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I don't give a shit what anybody said. Damn it, there's that name again, or that word again. But no, we all want that one person. Definitely does not outweigh everybody, and you know, man,
that one person is doing the same thing to us too, Raul. So don't worry about
that's
it.
everybody, bro. Yeah,
No worries.
Nobody who's a creator is exempt from some sort of bird is the word bird, and I mean turd. Turd. Shit. Just said shit again.
Yeah.
So really gonna be demonetized.
Oh yeah, Chris is actually. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us, brother. What do we? Oh, wrong one. This one.
Yeah, Opus.
Yeah. Chris was saying he's used it already a few times. That's
you can
cool,
tell
man.
right away. Opus Clips is very easy to tell. When you look at a short and you see how the words come up, you know right away it's Opus Clips. So I wanted to do, because that's the thing. Like I don't want to be that way, so I want to do it my way. So I was trying to find how do I deconstruct this so I can create my own way.
Right.
And I found Descript so I can deconstruct the script part of it and then bring it in for my cars. But like I have a lot of footage. Like I shoot 6 hours per car, so of footage per car. So you can imagine how much footage I have for, and slow motion. I have like tons of slow motion footage.
Yeah, I can.
And I've never released them.
I get like 5 hours of footage just from a one car review. So yeah, I can understand. And I'm just using my phone, brother, with using an editing program. I can't even imagine. Like, I know why now it's harder for you just to do a quick short, because you're not standing there like this, like I am. Because I just do this, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just grab one of these right now. And I already I've already got the tune loaded up. It's like I'm not looking for. I found the tune. Now I need to find the video for the tune. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I'm not shooting on. I don't shoot on my phone at all. I just can't. I don't know. I can't see the vision with my phone. I just shoot with cameras, so it gets even worse. When you shoot with cameras, like, oh my god, it's a different story.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. You know, something really cool. What do we got here?
You got the hippie Porsche.
Nice.
I don't know if you know what those are.
Nope.
So 917 is coming out in hippie colors. So Carrera released them. I don't know if I have one here. I have them downstairs. But the 917 is coming out in the hippie colors. So in the yellow and red, and then purple and green. So that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So what Delon does is he makes it for TikTok, and then he I guess he moves it over to YouTube.
Yeah, my favorite for shorts, I use Canva. I use Canva to edit all my shorts videos. They're so fast, and they have a lot of pre-packaged kind of video effects, so it's easier to do. But when I do my long format, it's all done in Premiere Pro.
Right, you use the Premiere Pro. Yeah. That's I was actually looking into Vegas Pro, or just something more than VideoPad. VideoPad's awesome. If you're starting off, guys, VideoPad is so incredibly simple. Start there. If you're worried about it, I was freaked out, man. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to do editing at all. I'm the absolute worst. I can only envision myself going with my wife sitting here and me going, no, I need that. I need that over there. No, this has got to go over here. No. So finally, I'm like, all right, well, what do I got? And then I looked, Video Pad. Video Pad had everything. It has the transitions, has everything. Well, you guys seen all my videos. And this is the kind of stuff that's available through Video Pad. Now, Video Pad has the add-ons. So you get the, what you get is the ability to steal video clips with sound. As you guys can see through all my videos, I like to steal video clips because that's what people like to see. And hey, we're here to make people smile. So at least I am. So yeah.
I like stealing video clips too.
Yeah, it works. It looks good and it fits in good lots, man. You know what I mean? Like just
I still don't know. I still can't wrap my head around that. It's just because I didn't grow up here, so I don't have the pop culture. So I don't understand the pop culture that goes, right? So for me, like a lot of these clips that you guys bring in, like I understand the movie ones because probably watched the movie, but a lot of the ones from the shows and stuff, I don't get it. So like for me, it's just I'm learning. Like it's this meme. Like my daughter is very automatic with it because she's growing up with it, so she understands. But for myself, I just don't understand it very well. So that's why I like whenever you guys have your videos and you have your little like clips come up, or like MP will have it with a clip. I'm like, oh, I should have thought of that. Like I just don't think that way. So it's pretty interesting.
And I totally get that too. That makes absolute sense because when every once in a while I'll use the music to the Cheers theme. Dun, 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 dun. And I always wonder, well, not everybody is from North America, so maybe there is people that don't know Cheers. And then I'm like, shut right? As if nobody's heard of Cheers. I mean, I think the whole world has heard of Cheers. It's probably on rerun in some little small town in Sri Lanka somewhere, being totally, with the letter closed captioned and everything, right? So
I still remember the year it went off the air.
I do wonder that every once in a while, right? Like, are people going to get what I'm using? So every once in a while, I'll go back at it and I'll be like, no, I should probably move that out because I'm really thinking that some people won't get it. I try and use the things that people will remember the most. Literally, I was just looking because the one corner where my slot car track is, right in the very corner, there's enough room for me to squeeze by, like literally squeeze by. But this is how I felt, and you guys are gonna laugh. This is hilarious, but this is how I felt, and I was gonna add this in the video. But then I decided not to because it probably might not have been the right thing. No. Yeah. So, like I said, you just try and use things that will sort of stick in people's memories. And every once in a while I have to back it off because it's like, well, that could be a little too much. So this kind of reminds me of like Freddy Got Fingered. I don't know if you guys seen that movie by Tom Green.
That's my wife's like favorite movie.
Is it?
Yeah. When the kids were younger, have you ever heard that song, Your Bum Is on the Rail, that he sings?
No, but I'll probably.
Oh, my wife, if she would get really upset with the kids, she would make them listen to this song. And it's just, it's torture. But I mean, she found it funny. So, but yeah, she loves some Freddy Got Fingered. I just look at it like, I don't.
Yeah, that's we'll find lots of people. We went to a restaurant about a month ago, and they had a dial tone phone sitting on their front counter, and they actually have to pay special to have the dial tone phone still, and it's one of those rotaries. And the reason why I bring it up is because this lady's there with her kids, and the phone rings, and the lady picks it up and she's talking in it, and I'm looking at the two little kids, and they're like, looks at Mom, what is she doing? Because she's talking to nobody. She's talking to, like, the kids haven't seen this. This is not a phone that they're used to seeing. They cannot put the two together. So to them, this weird lady just picks up this object and starts talking to it. And the lady's like, well, this is a phone. And then, it was on. It was on. 1,000 questions by two kids who are just old enough to start asking questions. And I started laughing and walked away. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got a lot of explaining to do, lady. Yeah, for sure.
You know what's sad about that, Dad? We have to pay extra for touchtone phone too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, what do you get from Bell Canada when you pay your bill, and you have to pay extra for touchtone and for dial tone? So like, what is there? What are you getting that we're not paying for, right? Like, there's nothing.
Well, exactly, and I think what it is it was a fax line. They had to get a fax line because of the way the fax line operates. It still operates. I you know what? I shouldn't say shit. There I go again.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't say anything because
it's worth it. One of those moments.
Because I'm a shithead. That's why. or. All right. Oh boy. What is this? Oh my, yeah, right? Yeah, not one of these new fandangled things. One of the older ones, just little, it looks like 2 strips of metal, and at the end is the little thing you're turning. Not one of these fancy deals with the nice, comfortable handles and the thick turning area. No. No. So, all right. Well, here we are at the end of hour 2. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I 100% appreciate it. You guys each bring something that you have individually to the conversation, and I absolutely appreciate that. It's like I always say, it's like Elon Musk always says, if you're not part of the conversation, then it's okay to excuse yourself. So everyone I find is very entertained, and we all like to converse. So fantastic, guys. I absolutely appreciate you guys all being here. Oh, look at this. Ed Bad just showed up. Thanks, Ed. Woo! We're just heading out, brother. So hey ya and see ya. Unfortunately. But
not everyone.
It is a good video, and you're definitely going to want to go back and watch it. Now remember, watch it on times 2. You can still understand us. It's a good chipmunk laugh, and it'll only take you half the amount of time to watch this video. So fantastic. Anyways, thank you to everybody in the comment section. I absolutely appreciate it. Discord tonight, if anybody's in there and wants to join us, I'm going to do a little chat after this week. Fresh and ready to go. Chris from Southern Slot Racing, I hope you'll join us there, brother. And of course, the panel here, anybody who'd like to join us, you're all members of my Discord, so please feel free to do so. But as for tonight, I'm Dan. This is Slot Valley Racing.
Hey, I'm Matt at Patriot Hobbies.
Robert.
Raul from Conquest.
Yeah. And that's Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. We absolutely appreciate it. And hey, don't go anywhere until you guys have subscribed to all these people. I don't care how long it takes. Do it. Just do it. Do it now.
Not everyone.
Another one. I'm gonna have to rip that off later too. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you all later.
Take
I
care.
wonder if I can get this one. Oh.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep. You want to go do
Slot cars in the garage?
Yep.